man is back.
Oh, again, boys! Oh my gosh, the man got that stuff! This is a 5 out of freaking 5.
It is beat making time.
Next week is E3 week. My album comes out next week.
I have the leopard.
This is your boy.
All right, ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube citizens, y'all know who this is. This is your boy, Dash the True Inferno. Back at it with another Pokemon Unite commentary video gameplay for you guys, and we are back talking about GameStop, and there's probably going to be another video talking about GameStop real soon. So, what's going on this time? Well, this is a bit of old news right here, but I still need to put in my 2 cents on it, because this is actually interesting. This is actually interesting. So what's going on here? GameStop is now buying retro games. Again, they've done this before, more than once actually, but I want to say not at the level like this, because now they're putting a lot of stock behind it, I guess. So I don't know. I could be wrong on that. I could be mistaken on that. But here we are again. They're doing it again. So what are we talking about here? So first off, I don't know how it is now with their retro game in terms of what they are buying exactly. But, I mean, in terms of the stores. Because at one point, it was like certain number of stores were only selling retro games. But based on what I saw with a Hybrid Mongoose video that he did a few weeks ago, they were only selling like the Wii, PS3, and the Xbox 360 games. AKA a bunch of games that they already had in their inventory that they did nothing with for years. So, and they I guess they had a small amount of 3DS games as well. But like, if you go to the store and you were looking for a Super Nintendo game or a Sega Genesis game, at that point, nah, you were not going to find that. Nope. You were not going to find that. But I don't know how it is now. So, I mean, you can like check it out yourself. But what are they selling exactly? What are they selling? Well, let's take a look at this. They're selling DS games, Wii, Wii U, Super Nintendo, regular Nintendo, Nintendo 64, the GameCube, Game Boy, Game Boy Advance, PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, the PS Vita, the Dreamcast, Sega Saturn, Sega Genesis, the original Xbox, and the Xbox 360. Notice how there's nothing about the PSP, which is kind of interesting. But that's another story for another day. So, there you go with that. But now you're probably thinking, oh, it's GameStop. They're going to jack up the price. You better off going to a local game store, right? That's where things get interesting, because it's actually the opposite. You heard me right. It's the opposite. Now, there's another video that I want to reference. One JD1. So this is JD Witherspoon, the son of John Witherspoon, you know, granddad from the Boondocks, Pops from the Wayans brothers, and so forth and whatnot. You know, the Pops from Friday, from the Friday movies. Yeah. That's his son, JD Witherspoon. That's his son. So he is known as 1JD1 on Twitch and on YouTube. He came out with a YouTube video about this a month ago, really to be more specific, August 31st. And the title of his video is called, "This Has Got to Be a Joke," right? It's like a 15-minute and 60-second video where he was talking about the fact that GameStop are selling retro games. Now, based on what he was looking at in his video, where first of all, he live streamed it and he just clipped it and put it on YouTube, which is smart. But based on what he saw them with Marvel vs. Capcom 2 for $100. And that's without pro membership. We ain't gonna talk about pro membership prices, because to me that they ridiculous. Like not in a good way. To me, they stupid. There's not much of a discount if you're a pro member. So that's why it's like we ain't mentioning that. But nevertheless, on their website, and I could probably look this up myself, to be honest. If I were to look up Marvel vs. Capcom 2 on the Dreamcast, not any other system, but on the Dreamcast. If I were to look this up, let me see. If I were to type in Marvel vs. Capcom 2 Dreamcast. It is, yep, it's still $100. It's still $100. He was saying, JD word, he was saying that the local game stores and eBay are selling that game for $200. Yes, we talking about double the price that GameStop has it. And I'm like, I'm sorry, what? Like, are you serious right now? So, yeah, that's one example. Another example he tried was Sonic Adventure 2, which on this website, let me look this up real quick. Sonic, on the Dreamcast, obviously. Sonic Adventure 2, Dreamcast. I believe they were selling it for, here it is, $90. Well, online, the range varied. It was like around that range up to $120. So I think people didn't know what the actual market was for that game outside of what GameStop got it for. And for the record, we're not considering it old, what is it? OK oldies, whatever, DK oldies. No, screw them. No, we ain't mess with them. Fuck them. We ain't mess with them. So there you go with that. So I'm like, okay, that's interesting. Well, let's take a. He also did one with the original Xbox system. I'm not gonna get into that one. Let's talk about a game that I wanted to look up. So I managed to run into Super Mario RPG, Legend of the Seven Stars on the Super Nintendo, not the remake that was on the Switch, which was great, by the way. I beat that game, by the way. But I beat both of them. I still got the regular Super Nintendo version too. GameStop sells that mug for $80. If I looked this game up and I just went to shopping, Google shopping, I see this game for $100 on eBay. I see this game, okay, I mean not eBay, Amazon, excuse me. Now I do see it for, let's see, what is this? This says $75 pre-owned on eBay, but I'm kind of iffy about that because it says Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars, Super Nintendo SNES tested. So I don't know what that means, but maybe, I don't know, maybe they tested it and it still works. I don't know. And then there's this one spot called the One Stop Shop Comics and Games. They got it for $80, so they matching GameStop. I wonder why they matching GameStop not going underneath it. eBay, $170. Let's see. Macquarie, $600 with the box and apparently everything that yeah, the instructions, all that. Walmart, Gamer Girls on Walmart, $132. PNP Games Online, $286. Another eBay spot, $120. Let's see, let's move on here. Infinity Flux, $250. Another eBay seller, $500. Okay, somebody ridiculous here. Macquarie, $1,000. And then I see another Infinity Flux for $225. Another eBay for $160. Macquarie for $220.52. And oh, that's a Japanese import. We're not gonna count that. And let's see, is that are they selling the Lukey's games? Is that the manual? They selling the manual for $45. That's crazy. Another eBay spot up $1,000. So basically, that's a huge undersell that GameStop is doing right here. Now let's take a look at another game. Now we're gonna move on to the Pokemon games, to be more exact. So let's talk about Pokemon Advance on the Game Boy Advance. So we're talking about the Ruby version, Fire Red, Leaf Green, Sapphire, and there should be another one. Emerald. All 5 of those games on the Game Boy Advance are $55 each on GameStop's website. Well, here's where things would get tricky. Because I do see one on eBay for $120. Crappy DKOD got it for $160. Again, fuck them. We ain't mess with them. The One Stop Shop Comics and Games got it for $405. Originally it was $435. That's interesting. Fanatic Collection got it in a case. Apparently it was graded out of 9.6 for $12,000. I'm assuming that's not open, by the way. Let's see. I see one on eBay for $100. And then Macquarie got, is it just one? Yep, it's just that one game for $300. And I see another one on eBay for $120. I see one on Macquarie for $148. And that's pretty much it. Now, you're probably wondering, well, wait a minute. I see some for $20, for $17. Although that's just the game cartridge. I don't think that's the actual game. But I seen some for $20. In fact, fun fact, I did order Ruby from this one spot, and I saw it on here too. I forgot where I saw it at. But I did order, I'll go to the actual source. I did order Ruby from this one online gaming spot, and I believe it cost me $20. Yeah, it was, I don't know if I got it for sale for $20 or if I got it at the full price for $25. But I got it from the one spot for $25. So they probably wondering, how did I get it for that much where GameStop selling it for basically double and everybody else selling it for at least double that? Well, here's the thing. These are reproduction Game Boy games, meaning that somebody remade these. Like, these are not the original games, rather. But somebody remade the games and selling them for that price. So, you're still getting the same Pokemon Emerald, Ruby, Sapphire, Leaf Green and Fire Red experience as you would if you got the original, but they were reproduced. So that's why I got them for that much. And they also have them for the original Game Boy games as well. I may pull the trigger on the blue because I got it for 15. I may pull the trigger on blue, even though I want the official blue, but I may settle and just get the reproduced blue and call it a day. And for some strange reason, they're always sold out of crystal. They are always sold out of crystal. I don't know why, but they're always sold. And they even got the original green. They even got green reproduced, meaning it's in English more than likely. Yep, these games are in English, so that's including green. And for those of you who don't know, green is a Japanese exclusive one. So when the Pokemon games first came out, first of all, they came out in Japan, and it was red and green, excuse me. But then when it came out in America, it was red and blue, not red and green. So there you go with that. That's why I went the original blue. I did play the original blue from Blockbuster, but I may just, you know, say, you know what, screw it, I'm gonna get the reproduced version to get the blue, and then go to Japan and look for the green, because they'll have it cheap over there. But that's another story for another day. The bottom line is this: GameStop are selling their games cheaper than retro gaming stores are, which is crazy. So I don't know. It's up to you. Do you think it's worth going to GameStop for retro games? Assuming that you can find them, you may have to order them online. Because like for example, if I were to click on Leaf Green, for example, and I verify my address, I'm just gonna pick something. There's nothing near me. There's nothing near me. Let me go. That same thing delivered actually. Let me go to a different store. So I'm gonna put in my zip code, for example, and then I'm gonna change the radius to 100 miles. There's nothing near me. So this is and then you can't ship it from home. So I'm like, they don't even have it in stock, which is funny. So I'm not even sure how legit this is, because even though they have interesting prices, they don't have them in stock. So what that means is they want you to trade these games in so they can resell it. So yeah, that's very, very interesting if I do say so myself. So yeah, there you go with that. So what do you think? Let me know in the comment section below. What do you think about GameStop getting into retro gaming? I know they've been doing this for probably like 2 months or so now, but the fact that they are selling these games cheaper than what the local game stores are selling them is crazy. That's why I'm like, yo, what the heck? So yeah, there you go with that. I'm gonna call it a wrap now. So with all that said, y'all know what this is. This is boy New J Gatsby, aka New Stimulated Smith, saying peace out, y'all, and I'll see y'all next time. Yeah.